For these sets of videos, it shows Shang and Dahlia going through a series of flat work, barrels, and poles. The videos are labeled day 1 and day 2, and they were taken succinctly, day 1 and day 2, just to show how quickly they progress in pretty much whatever they do. For Shang, the flat work was the hardest for her, and we've been doing a lot of pole work because she is a pacer, just really trying to get that trot down pat. In the first video, she was very hesitant about the poles, slowed down a little bit. Come the second video, she goes over them with ease, and she collects her frame very well. Now this is day 1 for pole bending with Shang, and my biggest struggle with her has simply been just getting her to bend. So I've been doing lots of pole work, small circles, big circles, a lot of lateral work, really trying to get her to engage that hind end. She had an injury in the past that prevented her from really using her right hind all that much. I had the vet come out and do work on her, and she's been a lot more sound ever since. When these videos were taken, she had not had the vet come out yet. So thereafter, she's been completely sound in the back, and I've been really happy with her progress. We have Dahlia's pole bending day 2 and her barrels day 2 video. Unbeknownst to me, when I filmed day 1, my phone had fallen, so I unfortunately only caught a nice video of the sky. But here you'll see day 2, she really learns to engage that hind end. She's really quick around the turns in the back. I was very, very pleased with her progress. I feel like she's going to be a secret little weapon come time for shows. So when it comes to her barrel video, same thing. And she's even getting more confident in the canter into a gallop, really pinning her ears and digging in and going for it when it comes to coming home. Same thing with Shang when it came to her barrels. I really just focused on getting her to push out that hind end, not to make such wide turns. I did get a few canters out of her without pacing, which is huge progress. I used to use barrels and poles just for fun to get her to canter, and she would typically pace right after. But now she seems to be more confident in really just opening her stride and knowing it's okay to canter. The coolest part with Dahlia is I feel like she genuinely enjoys barrels. The first few times I just walked her through the set and then trotted her through the set, she really seemed to want to canter. So in this last video of her, I just kind of opened her up and just guided her around, and she did everything on her own, no leg needed. So I was very proud of her for that.
Good girl. Oh.
She's like, we're done now, right?
Good girl. Good girl.
So I had taken the girls cow sorting, one of my favorite events, cow sorting, team penning, and I really wanted to see what they would do, who would be hesitant about approaching them, who would be more likely to run away. And in both instances, I brought them face to face with the calves and they just went for it. Dahlia actually managed to pin 3 of them. Shang, her turns are just too wide, so she's just slower and she's not able to cut as quick, but I'm hoping in the future she'll really be able to engage that hind and be able to work with it now that I know she's confident enough to do it. Overall, I think April was a fantastic month for both Shang and Dahlia. We had a lot of fun. We learned a lot. There was really nothing I could have wanted to change. I was happy with everything we did. We went on lots of trail rides. We did lots of desensitizing work, and I'm just getting more and more excited for this show. So tune in for May's recap to see how the progress continues.